Some may think it's unusual to conduct a school emergency drill on September 11th, but that's exactly what took place yesterday at one school in Gering. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, with about 2/3 of the students new to Gering Junior High School, plus a good number of new teachers, school administrators were joined by Gering police as the facility conducted a mock lockdown and evacuation. Principal Sean Seiler told KNEB News that they weren't afraid of holding such of a drill on such a solemn anniversary.
For a couple reasons, just as a reminder that this is a serious business, taking care of our kids, and not that anxiety is always high in the remembrance of the 9/11, but we wanted it to be an event that to take seriously and to make it important.
Following the lockdown with administrators and officers checking doors and listening for people inside classrooms, students and staffs evacuated the building to a nearby church as part of the drill. Seiler says the practice drill went well, helping point out if there were any issues with equipment used to secure doors against intrusion or whether anyone needed additional assistance remembering their roles if and when an emergency hits. Well, a 45-year-old Colorado man who used to be a private art instructor in Gering has been sentenced on charges related to the sexual assaults of a young teenage girl. Stephen Barraza was sentenced this morning to 10 to 20 years in prison on charges of attempted first-degree sexual assault and child abuse, knowingly and intentional. Barraza was arrested in January after the girl reported the 2014 assaults to authorities. Court documents say that when the girl was 13, she took private art lessons at Barraza's home. During that tenure, he began giving her gifts, and as the months went on, he reportedly made the relationship sexual in nature. Barraza pleaded no contest to amended charges back in July. Also during today's sentencing, he was notified that he will have to register as a lifetime sex offender and be subject to lifetime post-release supervision. He was given credit for 226 days already served and will be eligible for parole in 5 years if he doesn't lose any good time. Well, coming up after the break, we're in the clear for a nice stretch of some late summer weather. Bill Boyer has the latest coming up right after this.
Hi, I'm Kevin Wick, Assistant Vice President at Platte Valley Bank with your Mortgage Mythbuster of the Week. Some people think that purchasing a home is more expensive than renting. The truth is, with interest rates so low, there has never been a better time to purchase a home, making your monthly mortgage payment lower than a rent payment. The mortgage lenders at Platte Valley Bank are here to help you find the right programs to fit your needs and your budget. Stop in today. No question is too big or too small.
At TC and More in Scotts Bluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scotts Bluff.
Name one other restaurant that makes their barbecue with brown sugar bacon and sauce with Kentucky bourbon that's been aged in charred oak barrels. Charred oak barrels, people. And we have a drive-thru. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Pretty calm weather conditions coming for us. Winds are going to die off this evening. Clear skies overnight. We're going to get kind of cool, but other than that, we're done complaining about the weather for a few days. Winds decrease. All quiet on the weather front for the next several days. A gorgeous weekend. We get a dandy here in mid-September. Next system coming by the middle of next week, but until then, it's really going to be pretty quiet around here. Look at that. 67 is all for a high after a morning low of 56. We didn't move much yesterday. That kept a lid on the instability in our area and kept the severe weather at bay. Thankfully for that news yesterday. 95 was our record high. We picked up another 0.06 of an inch of moisture, closing in already on an inch in September. which is double where we should be, and we're over 17 1/3 inches for the year. Friday night football, well, we have some to talk about. Not much going on. A gorgeous weather night. We have 71 at kickoff, 62 by the fourth quarter. And then down in Lincoln, kickoff is actually a 7 p.m. Central Time game. 87 for a high, and a stray shower or storm possible down in Lincoln tomorrow. It's going to be a gorgeous weekend. Nothing really to worry about weather-wise for high school football or for college football or for raking leaves or whatever you're doing this weekend. 75 in Hastings, 72 in North Platte right now. The cooler air made it behind that cold front. 57 in Rapids, 65 in Casper. We had some snow in the high country of Wyoming yesterday. Ogallala 72, 64 right now in Valentine, just 60 in Gordon. Winds are still out of the northwest, so it feels even cooler than that. 15 to 30 mile an hour winds all across the region. Another hour or two of those, and they will begin to die off as we go through the evening. Well, heading on the bus tomorrow, time to head out. It's going to be a bit chilly. Temperatures in the mid-40s when you get on the bus, but on your way home, upper 70s to near 80 degrees. Sunshine, not any complaints going on tomorrow in the weather department. Futurecast is really boring. There is nothing going on here, not even any clouds tonight. Clear skies all across the board. Temperatures are going to fall because of those clear skies. We'll dip into the low to mid 40s for most of us. Everybody looks like going to get down into the 40s. Wouldn't be surprised to see Alliance or a couple of those low-lying areas maybe dip into the upper 30s overnight. Tomorrow, sunshine. Winds are lighter. It is a beautiful day. There's nothing happening out here. It is crystal clear tomorrow. We're going to have a tough time even finding a cloud in the sky. Winds are going to be light. Tomorrow's going to be a dandy. Saturday's going to be the same. Sunday as well, although it is going to get a bit warmer as we go into the weekend than what it is tomorrow. Upper 70s to near 80 degrees out there. It is a beautiful looking day tomorrow and a beautiful looking weekend coming for us. Clear and quiet, 43 tonight. A bit chilly. Tomorrow about 80, a beautiful day. And it's one of several we're going to have in a row with sunshine continuing on Saturday. Highs in the mid 80s will be near 90 Sunday and Monday. Back in the mid 80s on Tuesday. Then a frontal system comes through late Tuesday into Wednesday, bringing us some scattered showers for Wednesday, Thursday, and highs slip back into the low to mid 70s. All in all, a pretty nice forecast coming here as we get towards the middle of September.
Okay, nobody panic! Change the temperatures! We train for this!
These aren't your average squirt some sauce on them and call them barbecue sandwiches. The bacon is hand sprinkled with brown sugar, and the sauce is made with Kentucky bourbon aged in charred oak barrels, and the meats are perfectly smoked.
Oh no!
Arby's, we have the meats.
It's the time of the year again for the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Last year, we traveled across the Panhandle and into eastern Wyoming to recognize over 50 students for their achievements in and out of the classroom. Let's revisit what they had to say.
Back in December, Gering Freshman Academy counselor Rick Merez nominated Sydney Winkler for stepping up for a student that was being bullied.
We had a student who chose not to partake in the laughter. It was a genuine, are you okay? This wasn't right, can I help you type of situation. So I submitted that because, look, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it, because it was such a genuine act that I hadn't seen that in all of my time at school.
I was always taught to stand up for what I believed in, and I believed it was wrong, so I just stood up for what I believed in.
To nominate a deserving K-12 student to be recognized for being a star student, you can find nomination forms online at www.pvbank.com.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
Welcome back. A Canadian-based logistic and supply chain company has called off plans announced earlier this year to expand operations in Sydney. Sydney Economic Development Director Melissa Norgard confirms that a $27 million expansion plan announced by MMP Enterprises back in January that would have added 300 jobs to the community is now off. The Toronto-based company underestimated the rate of growth in Canada, which currently needs their full attention, and for now, all employment will cease at the Nebraska office until further notice. 7 full-time employees will be laid off. Norgard says it's always disappointing when a project falls through, but her office will continue to seek new business tenants willing to locate or to expand operations in the Cheyenne County community. Well, a 2% increase in property valuations will be the primary driver of a slight increase in property tax revenue for the Scottsbluff schools, as the school board this week approved a nearly $55.5 million budget for the coming year. The board approved a levy rate of $1.31, which is the same as last year, but with the higher valuations to bring in $20.6 million from property taxes, an increase of about $320,000. Board President Bob Kinsey says the district is being conservative with fund management to save money for upgrades to older school buildings, especially elementary schools, as a third bond issue at this time for more new construction is beyond the ability of the district and the taxpayers. And Nebraska homeowners and farmers will get a slightly bigger tax credit this year to reduce what they would otherwise have to pay on their property tax bills. The Nebraska Department of Revenue announced today that homeowners will get a credit of $104.15 for every $100,000 in taxable value. That's an increase of nearly $18 from last year. Owners of agricultural land will get a credit of $124.98 for every $100,000 in taxable value. That's an increase of more than $21. Well, straight ahead, Chris Cottrell in with a preview of another busy weekend of high school sports. I'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
You said yes. Together, you planned every detail. You married. And then you realized 500 square feet just isn't enough room for two. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. You decide to add another to your family. You start reading parenting books. You're amazed that such a small human could need so much space. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
It's a busy weekend for area teams. Time to set the table for all the activities on today's update at the TV Sports Desk. Our KNEB weekend gets an early jump with high school volleyball coverage tonight right here on KNEB.TV. It'll be Scottsbluff home to take on Cheyenne Central. Lady Cats lost a 3-setter at Cheyenne East on Tuesday, hoping to get that record to 4-6 with a home win tonight over Central. Chuck's got the broadcast starting at approximately 5:45. The Gering volleyball team, they travel for a match tonight, a roadie up at Shadron. Tomorrow, things get busy here and everywhere. Of course, it'll be a high school football Friday night, and it's another Class B Top 10 showdown for Scottsbluff as they visit Grand Island Northwest. Cats coach Judd Hall with the scouting report on the Vikings.
This year, I think more than the last couple, they want to spread you out to be able to run the ball. So they're going to go back to some of the stuff they had when the Ellsworth kid was playing quarterback for them. But they still will throw it on first down to fourth down. They're not afraid to put the ball in the air. Defensively, they're the same as they have been since I've been here. You know, they're aggressive, they're well coached, well disciplined, and it's going to be a huge challenge for us on the offensive side of the ball to have success against them.
Earlier start for that broadcast tomorrow night. That'll be at 5:30. Our KNEB.TV game and radio simulcast tomorrow features Gering home to play Torrington. The Bulldogs have some confidence starting to bubble up right now after, albeit in a loss, a much improved effort at Seward last week for head coach Josh Hyatt.
They've realized that they can play with teams like a Seward, like a Northwest. When, you know, the second half of Northwest, when we kind of held them for a little bit, and then going into Seward, I think we preached a lot as coaches that we can play and that we just need to show up and do our stuff and take care of our business, and they did that. And, you know, it was 0-0 first quarter, which was a big confidence builder for our team again. And we let a few things go in the late second half when we got a little bit tired, a little worn out, and let that mentally get to us. But then to bounce back in the second half and play as well as we did, I thought was good.
Torrington really took it to Gering last year. You can expect the Bulldogs to be ready on their home field tomorrow night. Torrington was a Week 1 winner to start their campaign with a 28-8 win over Glen Rock last week. You can always check all the scores on the Elite Physical Therapy scoreboard. Find that at kneb.com or on the Elite Physical Therapy KNEB Sports app. Also, here in town this weekend, you've got the big softball Twin City Invitational at Scottsbluff High and Gering's Oregon Trail Park. Pool play games tomorrow, and then on Saturday, the crossover matches. The full schedule, you can find that posted now at kneb.com. And finally, plenty of road action in the state of Colorado for WNCC teams over the weekend. The volleyball team, they're in Sterling for 2 matches tomorrow, and then they'll have 2 more there on Saturday, including a contest with number 20 Utah State Eastern. The women's soccer team right now, they look to improve on their 5-0 start. The men's team is also over 500. Matches at Trinidad State this weekend and Otero. Well, that's the latest today from the First National Bank Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Enjoy your weekend. Ryan's back to check the community calendar right after this on kneb.tv.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Fall weather brings new clothing to compliments for you and your home. Start with women's fashion from FDJ, Piccadilly, Charlie B, and many more. We have beautiful and original ladies' fashions that appeal to women of all ages and sizes. And remember to complement your outfit with a bag from Vera Bradley. Finally, get your home ready with decor that brings joy to your life. Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
At Platte Valley Bank, we know when you need a loan, time is of the essence. We are locally owned with decisions made right here at the bank. Our lenders are experienced, efficient individuals who are committed to our customers. Our flexible lending policies make it possible to fulfill loan requests, big or small, quickly. Whether you want to purchase a car, home, or even start a business, our committed associates are here to help. Stop into any location today and see what Platte Valley Bank can do for you.
And finally tonight, the National Weather Service in Cheyenne says the tornado activity Tuesday afternoon in Platte and Goshen counties reached the level of a strong EF2 tornado. Winds of the tornado from a supercell thunderstorm reached a peak of 130 miles per hour, but NWS staff could not determine the full length of the damage path as the twister dissipated and reformed as it moved east through Goshen County. Storm Chaser video confirmed a multi-vortex tornado. However, the release did not mention anything about damages. However, unconfirmed reports indicated at least 4 homes and several outbuildings were damaged or destroyed. The investigative team will continue to study the path of that tornado. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.